and welcome to the channel. This is Tyra. I was starting to work on my cross stitch, my beaded cross stitch, and I thought that I would do a small ribbon shed. This is not something that I'm known for doing too much of, but I thought that I would give it a go and let's see how we do. First of all, it's September 29th today, and I've got my two dogs down here. My husband is at work. He has had evening work, I think for around 5 days now, and so he's going into work here every day at around 2 o'clock and comes home at around 11 in the evening. It's because that where he works they have a shutdown of the refinery, and he needs to be there in case of any emergencies and so on. He works as a process engineer, and so if there's anything which needs to be signed or be controlled or anything, he needs to be there. So they are into shift at the moment, and that means that I have the evenings on my own, but it also means that I'm alone with the kids and doing all the practical work and so on. So it's been a bit not stressful, but it's been busy again as usual. So we hope that I think it's this week coming where he's then going into night shifts. I think he's off from Tuesday, and then from I think he's off Tuesday, and then I think Wednesday he's going into a night shift mode instead of. So I hope that it's over and done with within the next week or so, and then he goes back to his normal shift, which is the day shift. Sorry, I just needed a bit of tea. Have you seen my new cup? Isn't that Hermione from Harry Potter? And it says that up here, and then it says the brightest witch of her age. Can you see that? I hope you can. Well, it's closed though. Sorry. So it says the brightest witch of her age. So yeah, having licorice tea, which is a Danish brand. I don't think that it's something that you would drink. But in Denmark we loved licorice, and yeah, so especially the strong kind. So I'm probably a bit weird there, but anyway, we hope that we're going to be back to normal next week somewhere, and then we have in 14 days we have a fall vacation and 4 weeks. So we are planning on going somewhere south for 5 days. We don't know whether we are going to go to Austria or somewhere in Germany and so on. It depends upon the weather. I haven't booked anything yet because fall vacation is not held in Germany or in Austria, so so we're not obliged to book hotels and so on, and they're not going to be sold out. So yeah, we're looking forward to that. We are going to be going in our new car. I just wanted to cut this. It's really weird how this happens, but I start out with an even thread, and after a while it becomes uneven. Just cutting it back. So we don't know where we are going to go, but we just wanted to try and pack the new car and see how it does with full package and so on. So yeah, we're looking forward to that. And I also think that my husband really wants to try it out on the German autobahn or highway, because they have no speed limits in Germany. So I think he wants to try and see how far and how fast it can go. Not that he is a speed devil, but it's a strong car that he's gotten this time. So of course he wants to try it out. I am still trying to get used to having an automatic gear. I'm used to driving with a stick, and so for me it's like I don't know. Yeah, you're probably going to laugh at me now, but to me it's like losing control. And so he's so I take some trips on my own just to get used to not having a clutch there, and trying to not trying to use my left foot, which can be quite dangerous, because if you're used to driving with stick, and you suddenly go over and driving with automatic gear, you try to find the clutch, and when you, for instance, want to brake down or lose speed, or coming to a intersection or something, and if you are really not attentive, you can, instead of hitting the clutch, hit the brake. And let me say, a car will brake really fast when you do that, because with the clutch you just press until you can feel the bottom of the clutch. You do the same thing on the brake, which means that it's going to get to a standstill really fast. Don't do it. Been that, not doing it again. So yeah. So yeah, I am slowly getting used to it, but and it will certainly come. So yeah, today my children and I were driving to different schools here in Jutland. Both of my children wants to go to another school. It's I don't know if you got the same thing in other countries, but we have something called an after school. It's for the senior classes. I think it's something like high school, and they can go for the last. It's in 8th, 9th, and 10th grade. They can attend school on these after schools, and these are boarding schools. So both of my children really wants to go to one of those, and so we went out today to see them. They had a come visit all of these schools today, and I was just wondering, I think this is now I have to confirm. I have this one, and I'm at 100, so I just needed to check. Most of the time I can see on the no, it's correct, on the chart here, what is it? No, it isn't correct. I need to get that off. What kind of bead is needed, but sometimes I can't, and then I need my chart just to recheck, because the color difference can be really big if you are a bit in doubt. So it's better to just check. And now I can't get the thread on again. Just okay here. So no, yeah, no, no, nope, no success. And I just had, oh, it's here, I think. I just had one of these. That would be like make life a bit easier when you only have these small amounts left. So yeah, we went there today. So we went for my oldest son, who is, they're both going when they come into the 10th grade. And for my son, he's now in the 8th grade, so that's 1.5 years, and you need to sign them up a good amount ahead, because there's a really run on them. So for my son, we went to a school. I am just looking for 13. That's this one. You can see this was what I should, what I put on it first, the blue one, and this is the correct color, which is a purple one. So I just need to double check. That's not the same color. If it was a shade of it, it wouldn't do as much as this, which isn't a shade. So I just think I'm going to stop here with the, and just pack the thread and make a new thread. So yeah, we went up there. It's I think it's an hour drive from here that my son wants to see. And as he has autism, we went for a special school who attends to his special needs. Not that he's really autistic, but he has an autism combined with ADHD, isn't that what it's called? Yeah, which he is medicated for. So so we wanted to, we want to find him a place where he can grow and find his own path and so on. But also, it's a year for him to mature and just become, yeah, a bit old. I'm just going to see if I can move this a bit. Does that do anything? That doesn't do anything for you. So so he needs to go somewhere where they can like meet his requirements. And so we went up to a special school, and he was so thrilled with it. He wanted to start ASAP. So Mom didn't, because I'm not ready for him to go home away from home yet. But it looked really, really good. They had different lines. They had a farm line where they had live pigs and horses and sheep and yeah, chickens that the kids were looking after. They had a wild nature section or yeah, selection of things as well, where they yeah, they went out canoeing, they took trips outdoors, and yeah, just walked with their sleeping bags and found a place to sleep at night together with the teachers and so on. So it's not a school where he's going to be able to finish up if he has any leftovers of from the normal school that he needs to finish up his exams. It's a school where you prepare more mentally for what you want to do when you're grown up. So I think that's really, really nice. We just have to we have to make sure that he finishes up his exams, because he has he's probably going to be able to go through the normal education system. So he has to have his ninth grade exam, which in Denmark is really, really important if you want to go on and take a further education. So so we need to make sure that he gets that, and so when I've had all my questions answered with that, we're certainly going to enroll him up there, because that was really, really nice to see how he could see himself in it, and already planning which things that he wanted to do, what could be fun to do, and so on. And also to see that the kids up there were like him. So that he needs to find some friends and so on who sings the same tune as he does. So as he said, because some had said to us that perhaps because he is really, really almost close to normal, that he could probably attend a normal after school where they could take care of him with his special needs and so on. But he's afraid of if he's going to go out amongst these normal kids, that they're going to bully him. So and yeah, he can always come out and be among these kids. So I think he's really clear about that he has no interest in trying that out. So why try it when he's not really interested in it, and give him some sort of defeat? It should be a nice way, and him learning how to cope alone without his mom and dad to come home to, and so on. So yeah, I'm really, really pleased, and I'm really happy with how it looked up there. So that was the one school that we went up there seeing. Unfortunately, we hadn't we had to go on, so we hadn't had time to talk with the teachers and so on. But they said to us, because he's not he's going up there in 1.5 years, that he's not that they will have room for him. So we didn't need to enroll him yet. So that was really good. But I think that we are going to go up there again sometime soon and see it, perhaps where there's a bit more, not so many people, because I think there was around 200 people out there looking at the school and so on. But there's a really interest in it, because of course we want to give our children the best start in school and so on. So yeah, or not the best start, but the best start in the youth life and so on. And I think that was really, really good, and the teachers sounded to have so much fun and so on. So then we had to drive on and look at a school for my daughter, and she has also an autism disorder, and she is also what is it called? Word blind? No, it's not called that. Dyslexic. Word blind. It's called word blind on Danish. But anyhow, so we went down to where we live. There's also a school. It's only 4 kilometers from where we live, and we went up there just to see it, and just to have an idea how these schools were compared with what my oldest were going to attend, and we were not really counting on. I just noticed that this had breaking. We were not really counting on her to wanting to go there. It was just that it was so nearby that we could really see it in time before they closed up for the day, because it took really long time, more longer time than I expected with my son. So and again I have to check. Sorry for the sound of that. Let me just see. So we're right below 100. Oh, is that? That certainly looks like a purple one. We are just right there. No. Sorry, I'm just speaking with myself. It is a purple one, so I just needed to make sure. So yeah, we went over there, and I thought that because my daughter can be really shy, that she would, yeah, go like an oyster and just shut completely up. Sometimes she does that and won't say a word, but she loved it there. It was so nice, and she absolutely loved it. And the girl who showed us around was also a student, a 10th grade student on the school, and she was such a nice young lady, probably 15 or 16 years old, and she was so nice and talked a lot about how she saw it, and how she found the education and so on. And they have a really high focus on the dyslexic, and they say that they approve. It's that's not correct. The children becomes around 50% better at reading or writing when after they've left the school. So it's the impressive results. And my daughter is now in a class where they have 24 students, and in the class where she's on that school, the most they are in one class is 15 students. In Danish, for instance, which they are only 9 students in a class. So for her, she was absolutely happy about it. And then she said she talks because she has sometimes she has a bit difficult with being with all the social and reading all the social things and so on. But one of the teachers was really just saying, "Oh, we have other children who is like that. Don't worry. Let her try it out," and so on. So I was really happy with that one also. And my daughter was absolutely half a meter taller when we went from there. She was like, "Yeah, that's it. That's where I'm going to go to school." Don't you want to see the other place? Because there's a other place. There's a couple of places around here where she could go to school as well. But no, she wants to go over there because one of the things that the girl told was precisely that she's been around to see all the other schools, and she said there was some things that she really liked about this school. That was people were laughing and having a lot of fun, and they had really good relationships, and that they weren't really they weren't really too worried, and the sizes of the classes also really said. She said that was one of the most important things for her as well. So yeah. So when we came home, we enlisted her to her new school, and that's a really weird thing. So I know it's around. Yeah, what she's only 12. My daughter is only 12, but she's going to be she's going to be 14 when she leaves home, and mom is completely already devastated. Oh no, she's 15, but just oh, I'm not ready. I'm not ready for none of them going from home. I know that they're going to come home and so on, but missing them for a year already, no thanks. So I'm happy that she's not going next year, because she could have gone next year. They have to be 14, so she's not. No, not next year. Next year again. They have to be 14 before they must go to these schools. So they're young adults. So yeah, big decisions day, and my husband couldn't even be there. So it was a bit mom taking charge and deciding everything. And another thing is that these are some pretty expensive schools as well. But then we are just going to have to live off oatmeal, and yeah, and the dogs are going to have less treats. That's right, YouTube. So no, but it's a really expensive. It's going to be quite expensive years that we are going to have these 2 years, but that they're going. But we just need to get through that, and hopefully both of them will have an experience once in their lifetime. I would have loved to have gone when I was a kid. I was begging to be able to do it, but my mom and dad couldn't afford to have me on a school like that. We were 3 children, and my eldest brother and my sister didn't go either, and because they couldn't afford it. So yeah, I'm happy to be able to give my my children the chance to go to such a school, and hopefully they will have an beautiful experience. So next steps for them both is that for my daughter, we need to go to some sessions on the school and talk with them, but they were quite positive with her diagnosis and so on, that it shouldn't pose a problem, because that was one of my worries, was that they wouldn't take her when she had the autism disorder, because some of the schools won't take these children as they require more. I'm just going to have to stop this. As they require more. There is something wrong, isn't there? What the? It's like not laying down. As they require more attentions and so on. But I don't think that that she's going to have that issue. So I think for her, the biggest problem for her is her own is that she has the dyslexia. She does not well, but she does pretty well with other girls. She's just not in that age yet where everything is boys, you know. So she finds the girls from her class a bit drama queens and so on, and she tends to wear away from them when they get into that drama mode, like her mom does. So she's like a bit like me with that. I don't really like drama. Just want the things to be nice and calm and as nice as possible. So yeah. Oh, I'm just looking at that one. I think this one is 19. I was just making sure that it wasn't a cross. I don't think it is. So yeah, so that's been the most that we've done this weekend. Yesterday I went out with a friend of mine from my previous work. We went out having lunch and yeah, shopping. So I bought three new dresses, and yeah, we just I was just hearing about how my old colleagues were and what had happened at my previous work and so on. So it was really nice. And she was talking about her son being on one of these schools, and as an assignment he had to write them a card where he and send it by post, which is quite new for such a young man, because they email us or they send us an SMS, don't they? But then they received the card, and her husband started reading it for her, and then he said he had written, "Dear Mom and Dad, I miss you not." So he's not been home for 6 weeks now. He has called a couple of times. Oh yes, he talks with him a couple of times a week. And last time he had called her was because he needed money for a wetsuit that he bought. So, I'm dreading it. I don't know what I'm going to do without my children being home. Oh, so it's good that they are not going at the same time. That would be awful, just to have a completely empty nest without any children. They're going one at a time. So they're going to be 2 years apart from each other, because they are going to go right after each other. So my son is going first, and then my daughter. So, but that's in the future yet. So you can hear that I'm not really ready for it. So it's good. Mom has also 1.5 years to prepare for that. And perhaps at that time she's going to say, oh, it's good that he's going. I don't know. But at the moment I really enjoy them, and enjoy having them at home. The house seems so quickly empty without them. So yeah. So yeah. Otherwise, what have we else been doing? We don't really have. It's been just busy as usual. I have mostly been working on my owl painting here when I've had time for it. We have had a lot of sickness in the house. I don't know if it's flu or whatever. There's a lot of going around. I don't at the time or at the moment here. We have a lot of sick people also with coughs and so on. There's a special children's cough. It's called kihoste on Danish, which is just like you sound like a seal when you cough. I don't know what it's called in English. But normally it's only small children who get that. But at the moment it's hitting also older people, and so my friend, her oldest son, a colleague from work, her oldest son had played football, and so suddenly he went into a really bad cough, so bad that he threw up from it all over his clothes and so on. And he's 17, so they're really bad, these coughs. And he said that he didn't really understand why it just happened, but I think we were talking about that's probably that cough that normally small children gets. It's not something for small children and older people. It's really bad to get it, but for young and people in my age and so on, it's not that bad. It's just really bad cough, and you keep on coughing. So I am hoping not to get that one. No, 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 please, don't want it. Keep it over at your place. And she said here Friday that she was getting a bit sore in her throat and so on. So I just said to her, you stay at home. We don't want you here. If you're going down with that one. I just have been sick also with that flu thing that we've had here. I don't want anything else. No, thank you. So yeah. I think that's the most exciting things which has been happening here. I think I really love these evenings where I can sit and just relax and drink some tea and so on. The only thing is that I need tomorrow I'm going to work, and it's my husband is coming home at 11 tonight, so he can see off the children. But that's when I see him. That's tonight, and then tomorrow again at 11 o'clock. Perhaps in the morning I'm going to see him as well. So it's not much that we are passing each other, and so we're just really busy. But on the other hand, he hasn't been sick as I have, and the children have, so that's good that he didn't catch that flu thing that my daughter started with, and then my son and I took also. So I hope that he can stay out of it as well, so he doesn't get sick. So yeah, so I've been sewing a bit on this one, and I haven't really been diamond painting because I had to take my, if I need to start on, or I need to start on my diamond painting, but I need to take out my big one, and I haven't I've just been so occupied with this one. And did I tell you that I destashed some of my diamond painting? I had a lot of really old ones, which I could see that I would never ever get done. So I went through them last week, and I think that was before I got really sick. And yeah, I just felt bad that weekend, so I just went through them and looked at them and just, yeah. Is he called Marie Kodo or what? Do you really want to do this one, or can you live without it? So I think that I cut my stash down with around 40 paintings, and I sold them on a local page. I sold 5 of them to different people. I think it was 3 different people, and then a girl wrote and said if she paid me around, I think $250 if I would sell off the rest. And I said sure, come and get them. So yeah, she bought the rest of them, and now, as I probably told that one before, but we are now able to close our closet, which is pretty good. So there's still a lot of paintings. I don't know if you're interested in seeing them, but let's see up here. Can you see it? Up here, lots of paintings still in their boxes. Some of them haven't even been opened, so I need to do some unboxings on them. There's some hanging here, and then let's see if I can go over here, in drawers down here, they are also in there. So I still have loads of paintings. I think I still have 3 separate paintings, so, and I haven't counted them, and I won't. So I don't know how many I have. I have some. I have enough for a lifetime probably. And now you can't see anything. I'm just going to move you down again. Can you see? No, no, no. You need to go back. Okay, now you can see. So I have enough for a lifetime, and I also made some room for my cross stitch and so on. So I treated myself into 2 cross stitches, which I've been pining and whining about and longing to get. So I hope that they're going to come soon so we can take a look at them. I hope they're as pretty as I expect them to be. So I'm really, really wanting and hoping that they are. And then I've been looking a bit if there was anything more that I would like to have, but I think that I'm going to stop buying anything before I really, really, really want it. It needs to make sense, and it needs to make I need to make room for it as well. So I think that I'm probably going to buy one more of these at some time. There's another one which is a Harry Potter one, which goes together with this one, where there is the tree and then the car is down here. That's also really cute, and I think it's the same thing size as that one. So I think I'm going to buy that one. And with the new postal rules, which they've just decided on, it's going to be much more expensive to order from China now, because they are no longer they're no longer supported with low postal services. So they need to charge whatever it costs for them in real to send to us. So I think that the postal charges will start to go up also from AliExpress. I've already seen that some of the stores has already changed their postal freight costs with I had one which were free and now it's $2. So it's not crazy wild more expensive, but I don't know how it's going to end up. So I was just wondering whether I should get it now or wait for a sale and so on and take the risk of it. I don't really know. I am just deciding on that one. But on the other hand, it's not really running anywhere soon, so if I have to pay a bit extra in postage, that's also okay. So yeah, I think that's all that I've done with ordering or anything else. I haven't really even worked on some of my cross stitch. I didn't really work because I was poor and bad and just watching Netflix. So not that everything has to be about sickness, but you really want to do something, and then and then you're really, really bad, and then you're just lying there. I was just thinking, don't you every time you get sick think that, oh, and then I could do, and then you can't do anything because you're just too sick to do anything. So I'm happy to be back on my feet, and I'm happy to be back to work. It's also really nice. We have month-end closing coming up, and then so the couple of I think the next 14 days is going to be pretty busy, and then Then we are going to have our vacation, and then we are in end October again. So it's time is running so fast at the moment. Suddenly it's Christmas, isn't it? And I really want to do my Christmas cross stitch, finish that one. I was thinking about starting a Halloween diamond painting, and ordering one, but we don't really celebrate Halloween in Denmark. It's not a Danish tradition. I think it's mostly American, and I think that the UK and so on has adopted it, but it's not really a Danish tradition. So I'm just again needing to confirm that this is correct. Where are we at? We are, there's the street. I think it's, yeah, it is. I just wanted to make sure, so this is wrong. I need this one instead of. I needed to put it. I thought it looked like a cross, but it wasn't. I just wanted to make sure. Then we have number 5. So there's a lot of bags, as you can see. I'm working with a lot of colors. I don't know even how many colors of bags you can see. You can't see that much. Perhaps should I just zoom out so you can see it a bit more? So, sorry. I'm just trying to. So here you can better see it. It's not, now you can't see the symbols as well, but you can see the bags that I'm pulling from. So I have, at the moment, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Around 20 bags, which I use on and off. So here and here, there's probably 20 colors, 20 different colors. So it's not as confetti, there's not as many colors change as there would be in a diamond painting, I think, if it had been the same size. But it's still pretty confetti heavy. And there's still a lot of different colors, you need to change all the time. So here I need this one, number 9. And so yeah, but it's pretty easy to work in and out of. I don't really have any issues with the beads or anything. They're really of a good condition. So this is number 1. I just have beads running out of here. Stop running away, stupid beads. So I just wanted to close that one on. I've got this one which has opened as well, so I just need to put those ones back in it. Come here. Oh, no. No, stop. Now other colors are getting out and getting mangled in. So let's see if I can just unmangle them again. It's so typical of me that I don't close up the bags. Do you also do that, not closing up the bags always? And then you can sit and yell at yourself and say, remember to close up the bags, and you're saying, yeah, I will, until next time you didn't. Because you thought you had learned the lesson, but you hadn't. So, that's really annoying. And mixing up 2 colors, of course, which is really alike. That's also really brilliant, isn't it? Just to make it real easy on yourself, right? So, oh, I've just almost got them here, I think. So that was number 1. And then I've got number 16 here. I think this one is number 1. But I think I was going to use number 1, wasn't I? Yeah. So, just going to put them back here. Number 16. Come here. Go back. So, like that. Yeah. No. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. Then we can close it out. And then we can take number 1 and take 2 beads, which is what I was going to use. So we've almost completed a whole string now. So I think I'm probably going to stop afterwards and might be finding one of my cross stitches instead of. I was always also wondering if I should do my nails. I haven't had really long nails for a while, and now they seem to be growing back, so I was thinking to have some nail polish on them and so on. So I just wanted to perhaps do that afterwards. So I'm just going to, and these were number 13. So these were the purple ones. I need 2 of those. And then I had some darker blues ones. So I think I'm almost finished with her head grids. Oh no, I think something is wrong here. Did I just overlook something? No, I just had a fallout here. So let me just see if I can find the threader. And I don't know if you know how to use it. Should I just zoom you in a bit so you can see? Oh, that's the wrong way. How I use the threader. So I take my needle. First of all, I take my needle and I put the threader through the hole like that. Can you see? It's through the hole now. And then I just take the thread, put it through the loop, hold it down, and then just, if I can do it, pull it through, and it's thread the needle, which is pretty easy. Also for one like me who's not really a super duper stitcher, so for me it's okay, understandable. Yeah, and then I just have to have 2 purples on them as well, if I can find a hole for it. And again, I lost my thread. I think I need to stop soon with it. If I can, like, yeah, come on, and hole, and through, and over on the side, again. So yeah, So, but it takes some time. It takes longer to do these beads than a diamond painting, but it's really fun and relaxing to do. You go like into a zen of some sort where you're just like really relaxed about it. Even though there's a lot of color changes, the way that they've done it, it's really nice and easy. If you remember to close back your bags, close them up, then there's no issue in it. But when you forget, like I tend to do, it's more full of issues. Hi!
Hi!
So,
Are you making YouTube?
so I think now my daughter's out, I think that I'm just going to tie this up and end the video. I hope I didn't bore you too much with my stories of our life. If you have something to say, something to comment about, comment below, and yeah, see you in my next video. Bye for now.